Elevate. I've been praying to God for a better way.
Some would call it swag, some call it cockiness, some would call it being a diva. When you're good, it's not bragging. And elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Welcome to Husky Stadium, home of the Washington Huskies. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Arkansas Razorbacks, taking on a team that ranks in the top 5 in this conference, the Washington Huskies. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. The Razorbacks will kick it away to start. And give this offense tremendous opening field position. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Running into the open space. Turning it on. He's at the 30. He's at the 10. Touchdown. And once he found open space, the fans might as well start playing.
This is a guy that put a lot of pressure on himself coming into the season. He felt like he was ready to have a breakout.
Oh no, this shit already.
All the tools in the toolbox to be able to get it done. And he's showing it. That's his 10th rushing touchdown.
I ain't even forget to pick a plate.
Get that extra point through with a slippery surface, no problem.
Nigga, they scored the first pick. I didn't even get the pickup plate. I switched off the man. I didn't even know who the fuck I was. Let this nigga take over and
this is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Give to the running back. Pushes the pile for a couple of yards down at 12.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. Wants to go up top. Throws for the tight end. Just a bit of a misfire there as they can't make the connection.
As a quarterback, this is going to be a very tough game. You're going up against one of the top 20 units in the entire country. They know who your primary target is. They're going to be keying on him, just like they did that last time, forcing the incompletion.
Can you even imagine trying to operate in the midst of this purple rain on third down? From the gun, wants to pass. Going to throw it over the top of the deep. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. He stopped not much on the return, but a whole lot in getting the football.
Nice play by the DB. Most people say offenses have the advantage, right? They know where they're going. They have the footing underneath them. Defensive guys, you still got to guess. You might be a little bit more cautious. No, sir, this defensive back does a great job breaking on the football, going up and making the INT.
The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the mistiming.
This is going to be a key that we look at this entire game. How can this defense find ways to affect this quarterback and get pressure on him? Because they felt coming into the game, if they could do that, they could affect him and influence this passing game.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Back to pass. Oh, they're after him. Cannot get away. It is a huge sack, and I can't imagine what he was thinking on that play.
Really good play by this defense, and you know exactly what you're getting with this guy. Man, he is electric. He is dynamic. He'll make plays, so you got to do a good job of containing him in the pocket. And when he starts to scramble, chase from one side. Don't overlap with another guy. Nice job by the defense.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. The offense changing the play. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Unloads it downfield. He's picked off, and he's thrown a dozen of them. Taking it the other way. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
Well, the defense was expecting pass on that one. 3rd and long, they dial up the perfect coverage, and a great job in the back end, reading and reacting to the quarterback when the ball was in the air, coming away with a massive interception.
And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Looking to throw on 1st down. Got his man downfield. And they got the defense on that one, and they get it to the 29-yard line.
That's a really nice looking throw, and I'll tell you, he fits in great with this offense because there's been this philosophical shift recently in the SEC offensively. It used to be you had to run the football. I formation, 3 yards in a cloud of dust if you wanted to win. But today, though, you have got to be able to throw if you're going to win. You think about all the great offensive play callers now in the SEC, all the Heisman Trophy winners that have played recently at the QB position. You got to do it through the air, and this guy in Arkansas gives them a chance.
Here's the handoff. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain. After the productive 1st down play, it's 2nd and 6. Wide
receiver going in motion. The give to the back. There he goes. Got enough space. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Razorbacks. Quick strike touchdown comes out and jump-starts the offense.
And, man, we see this in college football, so much explosiveness and firepower, and we get high-scoring game after high-scoring game, and it looks like we're on pace for one of those right now.
Extra point here will tie the game. And he added the extra point. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. And it was closed out by the fantastic 25-yard touchdown run. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And he's going to bring this one out. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he'd just taken a knee in the end zone. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. Things got off to a good start with a touchdown on the opening drive and then quickly went to pot with a pick on the second one, and now they'll see if they can find the middle with this third possession. And the Huskies trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. The give to the tailback. And some room to work. Get some work done there. Pick up a 4 to the 22.
Offensive linemen love to run the power. Why? You run power. You run power. Then you can play action. You don't want that defense to be sitting there saying, it's a pass, having to pass block every play. You got to keep defenses off balance.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Under fire. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
We're already in the first quarter, but already you get the feeling this could be a long day for this QB. He's already been sacked. He gets hit right there on the incomplete throw. They've got to find a way to do a better job up front of protecting this guy, or it's going to be difficult to put up points.
The Huskies will be forced to boot it away. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. He'll try to field the punt and bring it back. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. Some of this, they'll go to the Wildcat formation here. On the snap, it's Peppers. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
On first down, it's 2nd and 9. Looking to fire. And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38. And this is the type of defense that have made the Huskies pro players.
Yeah, and Reese, when I think about Washington football, I think about defense. I think about right place, right time, great thought process, just physical, make you earn everything they get every single year.
On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. And it falls incomplete, but that could have been disastrous. A defender was right there.
And I think on that last play, it's an example of the quarterback trying to predetermine who he wants to throw to, and instead of letting the defense dictate who gets the ball. Man coverage, that guy was not open that time out on the perimeter of the field. Still, he gave him a chance, but that thing had incompletion written all over from the moment the ball left his hand.
They'll christen this drive from the 28-yard line. They'll move the wide receiver. Unloads quickly. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2.
During the week, you got to talk to your quarterback. Quarterback, what do you like? What's your favorite, safest routes, easiest reads? Love coming out with those early with the short passing game.
They'll go to the air on 2nd and short. Finds the tight end. And with that stop, we are headed toward the end of the first quarter. How about these two running games so far? Dominance on the ground as we look at the first quarter stats. They fought to a standstill in the first. Let's see who gets the edge early in the second. So they had a chance to talk over this 3rd down play to open the period. Quarterback will keep it. Love to see these 3rd down conversions on offense, and they're out to their own 39-yard line. The Huskies come to the line with a new set of downs. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Hit hard as he released the ball on that 1st down pass, and it never had a chance.
This offensive line's got to do a better job. I mean, he doesn't even have time to go through his progressions. You got to give your QB some time. You got to make him feel comfortable. They didn't. They got in there quick, fast, and in a hurry.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. Got rid of it in a hurry, but he couldn't find his man. It's incomplete. He's already thrown 1 pick, and if he doesn't clean up some of this stuff, more will follow for sure.
More will follow, and probably going to the bullpen or getting another guy in here that can throw the football. It's stuff like that just drives you nuts because you're fading off your back foot. It's really, really hard to be accurate. So you got to hang in there. You got to understand that I got to stay still when I throw the football, hit those targets, and I definitely can't turn the football over.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Motion from the back. Might be changing the route. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Makes the grab. They'll get the 1st down. It's spotted on the 49.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on 3rd down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is. You saw it right there on that.
They make the tackle at the 36, but they're in plus territory now with the 15-yard pickup. They've got it at the 36 on 1st and 10. To the air on 1st down. Wide open downfield. They get him corralled, but not until he's in the red zone. They'll mark it up to 14.
It's important on offense to get the tight ends involved in the passing game. These are big fellas that can run. This guy's a big target, so nice job on that play.
Inside the 15, 1st and 10 from the 14. Wide receiver comes in motion. Pulls and fires it complete to the right. And he'll run into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. A methodical drive that they finish off by tossing it to the tight end.
And the tight end, I tell you what, this is a position that's evolved so much, right? And you see him move all over the field. It's kind of like, where is Waldo? You got to find this big fella, especially down in the red zone area. This is the guy they're going to target and make the big play, get the touchdown.
And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Week in and week out, guys, you never know what's going to happen in college football. Check this out. Georgia is on top, but this is a close game. And, you know, back in the day, you'd feed Herschel Walker and go home. That guy needs to emerge for them today. They're up by 7 over Florida. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Send that offense back onto the field. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. They get enough rush, and it pays off the sack at the 20. This Mike backer showing some versatility. Think he always just has to stay home and play the run? He's bringing the pass rush that time.
No, this ain't old school football anymore, Reese. These guys got to be so athletic, and you see them blitz and win games and all the different things they can do aside from making the calls and being the communicator on defense. These guys are as versatile as it gets.
And the Razorbacks have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Back to pass. Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
And this defense, we know, they present a lot of challenges. You can see it right there, man. They shrink windows fast. They're a top 25 defense for a reason. You really better make sure you're dialed in today, or else they can make you pay in a hurry.
You can feel and hear the purple rain all the way across Lake Washington. 3rd down coming. Got the big tight end on the corner route. At midfield, he's got room. They got him free for a big gainer to the 43.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play. And,
Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at them. Whistle blows, and this is the 2-minute timeout, and these guys have a chance to take lead before halftime. The Razorbacks will have it 1st and 10. DB's locked up tight on the receivers. The give from the gun. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Boy, there wasn't much room to wiggle for that running back there.
None at all. Great job by the defense getting in the backfield quickly, closing up all the holes, nowhere to run.
Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. Offense took a little bit too much time at the line there. And the Razorbacks now with a long way to go to pick up the 1st down. They're going to take another delay of game penalty. You just can't have these types of mistakes. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Offense gets set for 2nd down. Looking to fire. Working that left side now. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a 1st down.
It's a nice job running the in route there by the receiver. The best thing he did after he made his break, he didn't trail and fade away. He actually attacked the football. That's a good lesson for young receivers out there watching.
It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Working on the right. Knocked out of bounds. They're in the red zone. Mark it at the 17, and they are set up.
This tight end is such a weapon because he can line up all over the field. That time he starts in the slot. He's running the corner route against zone coverage, and he's just got athleticism and wiggle and the ability to separate and make big plays. It's so nice to have a target like that.
They'll run it. It's Peppers.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Wants to go up top. Just missed his man, gave him just a little too much.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
Trying to operate in the midst of this purple rain on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Scrambling away. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21. referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. And on fourth down, here comes the field goal unit. This whole place going to see if this kicker can operate in the sea of noise. It's good. That'll bring him to within 4.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
They'll kick it away after putting up a field goal on that last drive. From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. First play of this drive will start from the 31-yard line. Looking downfield on first down. The screen, he's got wheels. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Quarterback stands alone, all wide receivers. To the air on second down. The short hands, it's Ross. To the 43-yard line and a first down for this offense.
I think really good wide receivers do a good job of making every route kind of look the same. You could tell this looked like a vertical route. So if I'm a DB, I'm bailing, and then all of a sudden he sits that hitch down. Nice job by the wide receiver, creating enough separation to create a positive gain.
Now on first down from the 43-yard line. Motion from the wide receiver. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that.
Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. And they get the takeaway and prevent points from going up just before the end of the half.
And this is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
Offense has enough time to get off the play before we head to the half. Wants to throw on first down. He can't find his man, and the clock stops with 6 seconds left.
Well, after getting the takeaway now, you're in the fringe area just outside the red zone. The offense trying to stay aggressive. They're throwing it right away, seeing if they can catch the defense sleeping after now just coming on the field. Give the defense credit. They were aware. They were ready for it. Made sure that one fell incomplete.
One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. Finding an escape route. He's going to be able to pick up a few yards before the slide. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Just a few seconds to go here in the first half, and they'll send out the field goal team. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. So with only seconds left in the half, here comes the field goal unit. He splits the uprights. And they'll trot off to the locker room after the field goal to close the half. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Washington about to put it deep to start things in the second half. And there will be no return on this one as the ball bounds into the end zone. Ready to send out this offense. Tight game as we start the third quarter, and we'll see what type of adjustments they made at halftime.
And getting the ball first here, I think, is such a big deal. Like, I get the first chance to make a statement, to make the adjustments, to create some momentum for my squad right here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I think it's so important for this offense to set the tone here early in the second half, to get a nice drive going, build that confidence, and get your defense ready to come on out, get a stop, and change the complexity of this game.
The Razorbacks in a good spot here with second and short. Give to the back. And they'll get it to the 39-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
They'll snap it from the 39, 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Got his man. He'll be run out of bounds, but we've got laundry on the field. Let's see what that's about. A solid gain on that one, and it goes for naught as the penalty will back them up. That's not the way you'd like to start this set of downs. It's now 1st and 20. From the gun, he'll try to throw. He's got it. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm.
That last completion sets him up on 2nd down. Back to pass. And he just overshot his man and threw it out of bounds, incomplete.
But how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense, because it messes with the snap count. It messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
You can feel and hear the purple rain all the way across Lake Washington. 3rd down coming. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28.
You know, nowadays, so many people go for it on 4th down, so maybe it causes people to be more aggressive on 3rd down. You ain't going for it now. 3rd and long, and I bring the blitz, and I get home. No 4th down for you.
And the Razorbacks send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. tries to find a little more running room on that return, but he'll be stopped at the 36. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Quarterback making checks. They'll run the toss. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They'll get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Going to swing it on second down. Caught over the middle. It's Jackson. Still running at the 40. Oh, and the defense in chase mode, and they finally get him down at the 35.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
They'll snap it on first down from the 35. Gets the back moving. Looking to throw on first down. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Jackson. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. It's nice to get a quarterback an easy completion like that, but it's nicer if they can go forward. And they did not that time, Jesse.
They did not. No, the defense was just better at the point of attack. Look at all these defenders shedding blocks and then getting hats to the football. That's impressive.
Behind the chains now on second and long. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks for the first down.
And running backs are so good, so talented, so elusive. You see nowadays they really have the ability to make you miss, run you over. Unbelievable effort. Nice job. You keep that going, you're going to be hard to stop.
This Washington offense moving quickly down the field. Here's a quick throw out to the left. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup. Plenty of work to do here on second and long. On the move. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. Washington wants to go quickly. Quarterback keeper. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Washington.
And I tell you what, Reese, I'm not picking a team unless I got a guy that can do something like this in the quarterback spot. I need an athlete. I need a little bit of mobility. It just dictates too much to the defense. QB runs in for 6.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, it's 21-13. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great college football matchup. Georgia is currently up big at this moment, so much so they're on the verge of getting Uga the rest of the day off. They're up by 21 over Florida. We will be multitasking today, boys. One eye on that game, one eye on your game. Really the only way to do it.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. They'll put this one in play first snap of the drive from the 25. Wants to go up top on first down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
You know, it's difficult for QBs sometimes when you're throwing to your running backs because they're not receivers. You really got to be perfect with the ball placement. You got to make that a catchable throw. A little bit too tough for the RB on that.
The incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Looking to fire. Picked off. What a play to set him up. No real chance on the return, but they've got it at the 34.
And this guy's showing off his hands again, understanding where the football's going. He breaks on the football so quick. And guess what? He makes plays when he breaks on it. That's 2 interceptions here through 3/4 of a football game.
The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. How about the way they attacked the last time they had the ball, mixing run and pass and winding up in the end zone, Jesse? Oh, he's got some space.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football. And a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting the football, letting them get some positive yards.
And the Huskies with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Might be calling a hot route. 2nd down, he'll throw it. Pulls it in. It's Harris. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
And when you run those drag routes, it just takes a little bit of know-how. And when I say that, the receiver's got to understand, find space. My quarterback's going to find me. He's looking for that space at the same time. Nice throw, nice catch. Way to get the first down.
To the air on first down. Caught in the backfield, it's Jackson. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. We've reached the break. Bow down to your leaders, Washington. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the 4th. They had a chance to mull things over, and let's see how they start the final period here on 2nd down. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive.
Well, the defense didn't blitz. They didn't have everybody in gaps, and the offensive line took advantage at the point of attack, getting some push, opening up a hole, and the offense ripping off a nice run there.
We thought we'd see a little wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. This time the defense was ready, and they stop him in his tracks.
And I love this. If I'm on offense, I'm trying to eat that clock, let it tick down. A field goal here, I'm up by 2 possessions. I'm still in a very good place. I don't have to get over-aggressive, Jesse, if I don't want to.
No, and you can put this game out of reach, too. If you can score a touchdown, this thing's basically over. And you know, at this area of the field, it's really hard to throw the football because the windows are so small. So be the more physical team. Go ice this game.
Looking for a physical attack from the gun. To the house. Touchdown, Husky. Boy, do they need that score. Gave them a little cushion as they try to put a stop to this 2-game slide.
When you've got a losing skid, there's nothing like some good old home cooking. They came back home, and they have played an outstanding game. And let's give this crowd a helmet slipper. They've been so loud. You know they've impacted this game, and that's the beauty of college football, helping their team get back in the win column.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. send that offense back onto the field. That last drive ended with an interception, and this time it's paramount they take care of the ball. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
And there's no mystery as to why this team's losing today. They've given up 5 sacks. They cannot keep their quarterback upright. You just saw another example of it right there. He has never been able to get into rhythm throwing the football.
Razorbacks with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Second down, they'll go to the air. Makes the grab down the middle. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
It's always interesting how people handle late game. Like, you know this game is over. There's not a lot to gain from it, but some people try to throw the ball deep and continue to make plays. They throw it short. The clock's running out, and there's not a lot to talk about that's going to be positive for this offense.
He's going to throw deep right side. He's got it on the outside. They've got it inside the 40 at the 39 as they pick up the first down.
Well, trailing like they are right now in the fourth quarter, their execution offensively is just going to have to be at a premium. You can't afford a lot of incompletions at this point. Everybody is going to need to be on.
Fake spike now looking to throw. Here comes the heat. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44.
And if your job is to irritate, to confuse, to hit, to make quarterbacks feel very uncomfortable, this defense is definitely doing their job. 6 sacks, that's the way to make the quarterback feel like he's having a hard day. He's had no response. This offensive line has no response, just a sack party.
And the Razorbacks trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Forced out of the pocket. And this defense is bringing the heat. Another sack.
And the defense loves being in this type of situation, right? You've got a big lead. It's in the fourth quarter. You know the opponent's going to be throwing the football, so you get your best pass rushers coming off the edge, using that speed, dipping and ripping, getting to the quarterback for another big play.
On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't hook up.
One of the biggest reasons today why this offense is losing in the game is they haven't been able to get it going throwing the football. This guy still has not thrown a touchdown pass. They thought coming into this game they were going to have tons of success throwing it. But you got to give the defense credit. They watched the film. They've been mixing up their looks defensively, trying to confuse this group.
He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. The 2-minute timeout arrives, and we have certainly seen miracles in college football, and they will certainly need one here. First snap of this drive will come from the 46. And he wants that clock to run. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Leaves it with the running back. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
Really been impressed by the balance we've seen from this offense so far in the game, but I think you got to give a lot of the credit to the running game because it's been able to freeze these defenses, help set up play action. They've been physical at the point of attack. I think that really
breaks into the open. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be first down.
Fresh legs, man, and it is showing, of course. This team had the bye last week, and you're seeing it right now late in the game. Running the football, imposing their will against the defense that looks tired. Of course, they had to play last week, and you're seeing that right now.
Caught behind the line. It's Harris. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line. couple of plays, the offense seems to be just one step ahead, David.
Yeah, and I'm going to have to do something to disrupt the timing, the rhythm. I got to do something that they're not expecting, because right now they got the run and they got the pass working. So this defense, they have to find something new to kind of confuse this offense.
They'll run it in the red zone. It's Jackson. He almost punched it in for 6. They'll get him down at the 1-yard line.
Big reason why his team has the lead right now late is because of his performance running the football. Well over 100 yards in this game. They knew that they were going to have to really put a lot of pressure on him. He'd have to shoulder the load, and he has delivered for his offense all game long.
Lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they've got. Let's go. On the direct snap, it's Jackson. Touchdown, Husky! And the beatdown has ensued. They're now in really good shape to get back into the win column as they extend the lead here late.
That's a nice job by this offense. Nice job putting the drive together late. This might seal this football game. And nice response. It's nice to be home, isn't it? Come back to the home crowd after you've lost a couple games. Get some mojo going back in your way.
Kickoff unit has been busy as they have built a big lead, and they're trying to hold on to it. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They'll start this drive going to the air. Fires to the wideout. And it's picked off for the 3rd time today.
The #1 objective for a defense is to make the offense one-dimensional. Well, when they're trailing by this much late in the game, they're one-dimensional. They have to pass the football. We can bring more speed on the field. You see it. We know you're throwing the football. Nice break on the football. Nice interception. This one's almost over.
So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give them a different look. On the direct snap, it's Jackson. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front?
Stopping the run is about physicality. It's about I'm bigger than you. I'm stronger than you up front. Really nice job by the defense, showing their strength, bowing up, stuffing the run.
Wants to fire on 2nd down. Rushes on him. The pass falls incomplete, and there are 8 seconds left.
And that's a good stop for this defense. And listen, there hasn't been a lot of positive today, but let's finish this game strong. I think that'll be the message from the defensive coordinator. Can we get a stop? Can we get them off the field? I know lots went wrong, but let's live in this moment and try to be great right here to end the game.
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. The pass is incomplete, and the clock will stop with 5 seconds left.
You know, I'll give it to the defense here. Obviously, it has not been their day, and this offense has gone up and down the field, lighting up the scoreboard. But you're still seeing this defense compete. And on 3rd and long, expecting pass, everybody on the same page. You get the incompletion. That's something positive that their coaching staff can point to when they review the film.
The sportsmanlike thing to do might be victory formation. The stat hog would kick a field goal here. He'll need to strike this one cleanly from 48 yards out. The field goal is no good. Sure, you don't want to miss the field goal, but a 22-point lead, still feeling good about the way the game's going.
Oh, man, the dreaded doink when you knock it off the crossbar. Those are ones where, man, just a couple inches to the other side, towards the middle, and that thing's in, but it still counts as a miss and a missed opportunity.
Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. And it is another interception. Just a terrible struggle for this quarterback. And he is brought to the ground